This is Trademark East Africa, growing prosperity through trade. Now let's talk trade.
Non-tariff barriers are an obstacle to trade and development. They refer to those prohibitions, market conditions, or requirements that hinder the importation or exportation of goods and services. This could be weigh bridges, special market conditions, standards, and unauthorized police checks that really hinder trade within the region. In this show, we discuss about the legal framework, the first of its kind in Africa, that seeks to reduce and eliminate non-tariff barriers. We'll also see how it will then be able to help trade and development within the region. My guest today is an expert on non-tariff barriers. He has coordinated public and private sector dialogue to reduce non-tariff barriers and associated costs. He is based in Nairobi and works for Trademark East Africa as the Director for Non-Tariff Barriers and Standards. First things first, non-tariff barriers. Why are they important to East Africans?
NTBs are a hindrance to our entire region. And they are a hindrance at least on three levels, in terms of trade facilitation, because they increase the time and the cost of doing business in East Africa. They also are a hindrance in terms of foreign direct investment. Companies want to be able to invest in any of our EAC partner states, but take the region also as their domestic, as their market, without any impediments. And three, they also are an impediment in terms of poverty reduction, because by increasing the price of products, they limit the amount of consumption available to our population, and particularly for the landlocked countries of Burundi, Rwanda, and Uganda.
So the Elimination of Non-Tariff Barriers Act 2015, what's so groundbreaking about it?
Right. Number one, it provides finality to the whole process of NTB elimination. It provides an avenue for the private sector to see that the NTBs are eliminated, and it creates a legal framework for the elimination of NTBs.
Okay. So what used to happen before?
Well, before the system was purely based on goodwill.
So by goodwill, what do you mean by that?
By goodwill, I'm talking about the EAC time-bound matrix. And let me explain that. The EAC time-bound matrix is essentially, think of a matrix. So you have different columns. The first column would be a description of the NTB. The second column would be a possible solution to that NTB. And then the third column being the deadline or time frame for a resolution of those NTBs. So it's a great instrument, but it needed to be complemented, because you could otherwise, without this law, what you would have is a company could have an NTB listed there, but into eternity, yeah, because there was nothing. So it was just based on goodwill.
The law then sort of then institutionalizes the resolution of within a certain time.
Absolutely. That's where the law kicks in, and it provides additional credibility to the system also.
And now let's turn to a businessman, Kampala-based, who was involved in the development of this act, and see what he has to say about its impact on business in general.
This bill will enhance the opportunities that are in the region in terms of doing business. Besides that, it will also continue to promote the vested interests of the business community in advocating for further removal of the remaining NTBs. Let me give one of the key successful factors. One of them was actually the promulgation of the electronic weigh bridge system in Kenya, and also the removal of many of these roadblocks in Uganda, including the reduction in the number of weigh bridges. But again, also, if you look at Tanzania, they have become more compliant now than they used to be.
So Marcel, what's the status of this act, and what is the impact that you expect?
Right. The system is moving. Yeah. So we now have, we had a recent meeting in Arusha where we had 83 NTBs reported as cumulatively eliminated as of now. But the law is actually waiting for assent by the 5 EAC heads of state, and this law has already been enacted by the East African Legislative Assembly. So now we, as Trademark, are really looking forward to the opportunity of working with the EAC partner states and specifically with the business community to make sure that this law is implemented and is really viewed by the business community as a tool for their benefit.
You have really been involved in this thing for a couple of years now. From a personal view, 5 years from today, what would you like to see?
Personally, I would love to see our business people particularly in the landlocked countries, in Burundi, in Rwanda, and Uganda, being able to tell us that they're now able to export and to import products, let's say through Dar es Salaam and through Mombasa ports, with no issues on NTBs. And in addition to that, I would love to see the price of products also going down for our landlocked countries and seeing more people being able to afford and consume products. And actually, added to that, I would love to see also East Africa becoming a more attractive investment opportunity for companies interested in doing business. So I view this as a win-win for all.
That was an edition of Let's Talk Trade. For more information on any of the topics being discussed on the show, visit our website www.trademarkea.com.